Are you tired of mediocre haircuts and lackluster service? Look no further. Get ready to redefine your grooming game with the ultimate experience at No Grease Barbershop, conveniently located at Northlake Mall and Charlotte Premium Outlets. It's not just about a haircut, it's about the experience. No Grease Premium in Northlake sets a new standard for luxury with a full-service bar selection. Elevate your grooming experience even further with their signature drinks served during your service or while you wait. Whether you're looking for a classic fade, a timeless gentleman cut, or a bold modern style, No Grease Premium in Northlake got you covered with their design and color specialists. Let's not forget about the importance of routine self-care for men. Their partnership with Alpha Male Nail Care, exclusively at No Grease Premium, offers manicures and pedicures as a part of your routine grooming. Visit No Grease Barbershop at Charlotte Premium Outlets or Northlake Mall today, and make sure you tell them that the Black Dads Club sent you.
Yeah, we got cussed out. Nobody really disagreed. Subs is going up. I was like, these are women subbing? I was like,
well, they're killing me on TikTok.
Oh, see, I ain't logged in TikTok.
Yeah, don't. They killing me. They did not like the Nick Young shit. They didn't like I've realized, this is my podcast voice. I do have a podcast voice. I realized incels run TikTok.
The incels are a lot more prevalent than what I thought.
Me too.
They're a lot more prevalent. I'm in some groups on
you hanging
Twitter.
out with them niggas?
No, not hanging out. I'm in like black male groups, man. And like a lot of these, black male groups are disgruntled men. You can't really get away from that.
Yeah.
So, you try to speak truth to power, and it's like, these dudes, they like the complaining. Right? They like to sit there and be like, women don't like us, fuck these hoes, fuck these single moms. And like, look, there's a time and place sometimes to be a dick, all right? But it's not every time. It's not every day. Did we curse already in the first 8 minutes? Is dick a curse word?
I don't think so, but you can't say it twice.
All right. There's a time and place is all I'm saying. And these guys, it's every time, every place. And it's like, calm down, bro. Like, life is not that bad.
Bro, I was on TikTok and they were calling us chatty patties.
They calling us chatty patties?
Because we mentioned Nick Young and Gilbert Arenas, and we was just like, yo, this is out of bounds.
Yeah, it's pillow talk, man. Like, bro, it's pillow talk with your boy on air.
Bro, imagine this. They not saying that they chatty patties. They calling us that.
Chatty patties.
And I was like, what is going on? And then one dude, he was very adamant. He kept saying, yo, she ain't gonna sleep with you or your boy, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Hey, man, these dudes, because some dudes' life is ran by sex. And all we were saying is like, yo, dude, that's at the end of the day, like, even if you don't like Drea or you don't like women, which is possible, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, right, is Jalen Green, do you at least like him, or do you like what he represents as a man, as a male, as a father? Like, you're shaming him, right? Like, you're causing him grief for something like, okay, you hit. Like, you gonna wait till somebody get married to be like, yo, I hit, right?
Bro,
it's like 80% of marriages.
Bro, facts.
Probably higher. Like,
facts, because I definitely know a virgin who lied to her man. Well, she told him he think he got a virgin pregnant.
Yeah, right? And like,
your boy no different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she might have been a virgin somewhere. Like, she didn't say virgin where. Could have been a virgin. There's a lot of rules and stipulations to, what these ladies do out here these days.
Me and my wife had a debate if women actually get pleasure out of anal. One day, we're going to get to that conversation. Sorry. We had a debate. I would ask you, but I
can't speak on what women...
If y'all knew the conversations I have with my wife at home, y'all be like, yo, he is a sick
we'd
dude.
have to bring women on for that.
Ladies, do y'all get pleasure out of it?
Yeah,
because she's convinced that women do not get pleasure out of it. She don't understand why women do it.
Did she ask some women that she know?
Yeah.
Well, how are we here?
I can't make my wife seem racist on the podcast, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Stop thinking that black and white folks only people racist. Hispanics got some shit to say, okay?
God, how do we get here?
This man taking off his clothes.
Gad got fucking heat up in here.
Nah, the heat is off. It's just hot. It's supposed to be 70 today.
This man talking about in the first 8 minutes of the pod. I don't know what we doing today. Good Lord.
She just said, yo, never mind. But sidebar, this is what I said I was gonna lead the podcast with. We got extra lights in here. That's why it's hot in here. What does your girl call you in public?
Probably baby.
All right.
Yeah, probably. Let's keep it
And
simple.
clip that for yourself. We out to eat with the group, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going around, I'm asking all the ladies, like, yo, what you call your man? You know, Karina was like, I call you Gavin or Bae, you know, whatever. The other, shout out to Claire, I think she said babe or Ben. And then Ann looks at us and she said, well, I call him daddy.
Woo, I like that though.
Man, I about to flip that
I
damn
like
crab.
that.
The whole crab boil was about to be on the damn table.
Yeah, I got to switch it up there. I like daddy. I like daddy. I'm not a big enough dick around here. All right.
All right, now Ryan's gonna take that because Ryan just swears he's the man. And he just looked at us and shrugged his shoulders like,
Yeah.
whatever.
I like daddy.
Man, I told Ann, I said, if you ever call this man daddy in my face, I am flipping.
I like it.
Table. Don't do that.
Adoration, man. I tell y'all, adoration.
I have a whole nother theory, but I'll tell you that off mic. Hold on. What's don't y'all love when my shit don't work? I love it. It's like every pod too. So that's the other thing that gets the what Pharaoh said, get the juices going.
Get the juices going.
One day we're gonna talk about Kanye.
I think it was with Gay.
Oh nah. You sent me something about homeboy?
Who?
Nah, I thought you sent me an entrepreneur video.
No, well, the first one was
Jermaine Dupri?
Jermaine Dupri, yeah.
What happened to the entrepreneur video? See, this is real shit. Y'all be thinking we finding fake shit. Damn, did I just run across that?
Yeah, you might have just ran across that.
Damn.
What did it say? Don't leave the people in suspense.
I was watching a video and it was a woman and she was talking about how she left her job, how she left her man, and she's like she became an entrepreneur. And so the guy looked at her, he was like, okay, so how's life? And he was like, well, how much money have you made in the last 10 months being an entrepreneur? She said $1,000. And his face about fell. And that's why I thought when you said just go home, because I thought you was like, yeah, what? Because at the end of the video, she was like, yeah, I had to move back in with my parents. And she looked like 40. And then, I was going to come in here and talk about how I had a whole thing about how we encourage entrepreneurs to be starving artists and we thinking that's cool. So our kids just make poor decisions instead of going to college and getting this degree.
No, you definitely should go to college or trade school.
Go to CP, please.
Yeah, definitely start at CP.
Something.
Till they make college free. But, comparing entrepreneurs to starving artists, I like that. I like that a lot. Except entrepreneurs, y'all got to have jobs, man. Like,
Facts.
y'all, right? I'm talking to myself here.
Me.
Yeah. Like, you got to have jobs. Well, I mean, you was able to chase your dream and make it successful.
Yeah.
I'm in the dream chase. Like, y'all are watching me in my dream chase with Gavin.
Please
trying
subscribe.
to make it successful.
Yo, Hank, hold on. I was with Darnell. Shout out to No Grease. I don't know if y'all sponsored this episode or somebody else will, but shout out to y'all. I was talking to Darnell and we was talking about another podcast and he was in there talking shit. He was like, yeah, you and Mike think y'all the shit, but this podcast is running y'all. It's the ops, right? So I pulled up their stats.
He loves trying to pick a fight, boy.
Oh yeah, and he kept saying, he's like, I hear you throw shots at them on the podcast. See, he at my house, we didn't have something to drink, so he going in. So I put up their stats on vidIQ, and I said, yo, look how many views they get in a day. 17. I can't do shit with 17 views. And I pulled up ours, and he's like, nah, I don't know what that's about. But you know what? Shout out to us finally monetized fully. Hand claps, man.
Yeah, man. Big ups to us. Congrats, man.
Congrats. Look, we got to go get a drink next Thursday.
Yeah.
Not this Thursday.
Yeah, because I had the kid.
Yeah, and sorry about last Thursday. Family stuff.
Yeah, family stuff.
But I'll be out there. We got to all come out and celebrate with us with a drink. If you need the Addy, please let us know. What y'all know how this podcast always starts out. Let's start with a video that Mike actually sent.
I think it was with Gayle King and Carrie Champion and all them. You was talking about how if a woman couldn't understand you being in the strip club, she wasn't the woman for you.
Yeah. If a woman or if a girl goes there, whatever, I feel like if a woman can't understand this, it's not even about getting with it because you don't do nothing. You just go to the strip club. Girls getting naked. You can eat. The music playing, you don't have to do anything.
Strip club.
But if that is just too much for you, then that means I'm too much.
Man. He's too old for this. Go home to your family, bro. Go home to your family.
Do he get a pass because he's a producer? But he don't even make that type of music. But that's not the point.
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, I get it. He's in Atlanta. He's rich. Strip club culture is a culture. But like, bro, like I'm not forcing a woman to come to a strip club with me.
Or I'm not really shunning her if she's against it.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
Yeah, the whole thing was like, now look, it was a clip of a pod. The conversation that could have been in the middle of a conversation and meant nothing, right? But you know, the fact that Charlamagne is bringing it up and they're making it an issue. Like, I thought that was a good opportunity for Jermaine to be like, I mean, it's not that serious. Like, look, I love the strip club. If I'm dating a woman, I would appreciate if she wants to come with me, right? But they made it an issue like, man, if you don't go to the strip club, you're anti me.
Yeah, that's wild.
Strip club is cool. I love the strip club. I love strip club. I love sex workers. Right? I love hustling chicks. Like all that, right? Scammers. I love them.
Damn.
I don't fool with them. But you know what I'm saying? But I love them. Like Twitter doesn't exist without them.
And the world is a better place with them.
Yeah, the world's a better place with them. So, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, if I'm dating a woman and she's like, yo, I don't want to go to the strip club. Now, if a woman is telling me they're like, yo, I don't want you going,
then it's like,
yeah. Now I might be like, all right. So like, what's the reasoning behind that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
why would you fucking?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, that's not what I'm doing at the strip club.
Yeah, that shit costs too much.
Yeah, it costs way too much. So
shout out to Vegas. I went to the strip club. I think I did finally pay that credit card off. I told your brother, I was like, once I pay it off, I'll tell him how much I spent in there.
Man.
And Ez looked at me, he shook his head, and he was just like, I can't stand you.
Had a good time.
I had a great time. I got to see what the back room was about, like what it looked like. It's a chandelier in there.
Yeah, man, no sex in the champagne room.
Nah, they got cameras in there. I would say it like this. I thought it was a weird conversation because I did see that clip magically.
Yeah.
And Jermaine Dupri got to understand, Atlanta strip club's different. First of all, it's coochie out. Not everybody cool with coochies in their face. You know what I'm saying? Also, weed ain't legal in Georgia, but it might as well be in the strip club.
Yeah,
right?
it might as well.
It smelled like 30 backwoods burning at one time.
It is 30 backwoods burning at one time.
And it's like, bro, it's stank in there. It's drinks everywhere. It's overly expensive. It's too much money. And Jermaine Dupri, you going to the strip clubs where it gets down at. And it's too much. And it's too much commotion with you. I'd rather not go.
Yeah.
I can see how somebody say, yo, all right, we did this last month. I stay home. And honestly, it's only like a special type of woman who enjoys strip clubs. Most of them is just like, yo, I go see some titties. Let's go home. I got titties for you.
Yeah, they go to see the dudes or to hang out. So and here's the thing, if I'm dating a woman, she's like, all right, I don't really want you going to the strip club. Like, I mean, I'm still gonna go out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I cannot go to the strip club. I thought that was just a weird take. Like, yo, if you're not going to the strip club, you're not for me. Like,
yeah, and strip club with your girl, it ain't as hyped up as
strip clubs are not as hyped up. And look, I love a good strip club, but y'all gotta understand, I'm from the Metro. I was going to Platinum Plus.
Shout out.
18 years old.
I love Platinum Plus.
I don't even know what the legal age is going to the strip club.
21.
I think it's 18. Like, in South Carolina, it might be 18.
Yeah, I mean, in Charlotte, you can go 18, but you got to wear that dumbass pink T-shirt that says not old enough to drink. You can't wear your own clothes.
So, I mean, we was in, Platinum Plus and Pure Passion. Like, so it's something that you outgrow.
Platinum Plus, y'all need to build back up the one that burned down. The good one burned down. Nobody going to Platinum Plus.
Man, nothing was better than Pure Passion.
Y'all never took me there.
Too nitro. You were too young, bro.
It's gone now?
I'm almost certain it's gone. The building probably still there. It's like a purple building, man. That was the strip club. Anybody from the Metro would tell you, like, that was the one. And I think Liquids off of Forest Drive.
Soda City.
That was over there by the base. Easy to go down over there because they'd be waiting for them soldiers to come off base.
See, they cutting up. I want to welcome everybody to episode 133. I messed up last week and told y'all it was 133. It wasn't, but you saw in the show notes it was corrected. This is the Black Dads Club. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google. I don't know where else.
Everywhere.
Send this to your mom. Send this to whoever.
Probably not your mom, but everybody else.
Yeah, we love women.
Send it to you. Send it to your pops.
Absolutely, man. Yo, if I could block Brent Fires on my Spotify, I would. I just don't. I mean, I like him, but he be crying too much, man. Oh yeah, send this to your pops. Shout out to my pops. He ain't hit me up. I was gonna try to sneak off. When you go out to eat with your pops, because you older than me, do you pay?
Yeah, I typically pay my. Well, you know what? Sometimes my dad pays.
Yeah, I believe in my father still paying.
Yeah, sometimes my dad
until he get a limp in his walk. I'm not. I'm not paying that shit.
Last time we went, He paid. I found out my sister make more money than all of us though, so she about to start paying for everything.
The oldest one?
Yeah,
I could have told y'all that.
yeah. She out here crushing it. So she about to pay for everything.
Absolutely. I saw the purse she had last time I saw it. That told me everything. I didn't even know. I can always tell. Women always, y'all give it away, man. Because y'all start with the smaller version of the bigger purse that you're saving for. So when I see you there with the small YSL or the small Chanel or the small Louis Vuitton or the small Gucci, I already know what's coming.
It's coming.
Because if you're bringing this to the family event, oh, I already know what's up. So when I saw her sat down and she said, sit here. I looked at that and her shoes. I said, oh, she got it. Mike is over here playing.
Yeah.
All right, my favorite guy.
Where
I theorized
if
this
you,
too.
yeah, if you were a prostitute back in the day, it was something that brought you shame, and you were maybe doing this to make ends meet. Now it's like, no, they are proud of being prostitutes. They are proud of going out to the highest bidder. And so
This is
I'm
just gonna be
fascinated
the
by it.
sex worker
And something
pod,
happened
huh?
in 2015.
Facts.
That's how we
Amber
bring in
Walk's
spring.
Slut March was a moment, I would say. It was a moment
What's getting
when
good?
the hoes were like, not only we're marching and we're proud to be hoes and we're topless and we're here to stay. And I was amazed by this hurricane of hoes.
A hurricane of hoes.
What is Joe Budden doing with Candace?
I don't know. What is Joe Budden doing with this whole humans type pod world thing that he's doing?
You know, one of the interesting parts was I had a time to reflect once, trying to set up everything with our YouTube, and I talked shit online yesterday, right? First thing I did, I rolled out the bed and started typing. And the thing that stuck out to me, what me and you do is, it's hard to create original content. One,
Yes.
it's harder to do it when you do it for straight black men. And I'm putting straight in there for a reason.
Facts.
I'm not saying that it doesn't even matter. Take that how you want to take it. If you're offended, fucking come find me. But when you create content for straight black men and it's for them, it's by us, it's no money involved, it does become tough. And so when I look at Joe Budden's humans thing, he gets people who we would never think to interview and talk to, and he's creating original content.
Yeah.
Now, so he had the guy who killed Osama bin Laden, right? He had him on there. He had a dude who survived the World Trade Center. You know what I'm saying? In these interviews, when you watch them, those two is actually pretty sad, especially the World Trade Center thing. And the dude was talking about like what he saw that day.
Yeah.
And like the saddest part about that, they sat his wife down. She said, I thought I lost my husband for a whole week. Imagining that you thought your significant other was dead for days.
Yeah.
And then they come back home. Like, that shit's crazy.
That is insane.
And then the guy was talking about like, yo, we killed Osama bin Laden, but we had to catch a plane and we knew that we could die for the next 45 minutes. And we knew if we crossed over this border, we were good to go. He was like, but for 45 minutes, you just killed this person. You might not make it home. He's like, think about that. Now, I say all that to say, Candace Parker had a clip that me and you couldn't stop laughing at. And it was the clip when she was calling Ariana Grande all types of hoes. And me and you laughed. And we got to put it on the soundboard because it's hilarious. And Joe Budden, I heard it on Joe Budden because he laughed at it. And then I went to go watch the full interview. And he said, yo, I would love to talk to her. And the first thing Candace did was, yo, set it up. I'll talk to you. And the clips that I saw in Candace, I find it interesting because she said she was very focused on, yo, I kick white people's back in all the time, but y'all never hear it because I'm in a position that when I say anything about anybody that's black, that will be the headline to get y'all to come and listen.
Well, I mean, this just shows you how I know y'all think Candace is smart. So forgive me now for all y'all that think she's brilliant, right? But this shows you how unintelligent she is, right?
Okay.
That she don't get that she can talk about the issues with whites and that they're just not paying any attention. But the moment you say something about a black person, particularly a black man, it becomes cannon fodder, right? Mm-hmm. It goes back to what we've been saying since day one is that black men are just a whipping boy, right? Like everybody piles in because everybody want to kind of keep everything else quiet, right? Because as long as they can keep it quiet, they can do what they want to do. We're going to talk about the Nickelodeon doc a little bit later, right? And it's like, yo, but if it's blacks, right, that shit get ran all the way out.
Yeah.
And
the clips that I saw, and I'm going to listen to the Patreon. I thought it was funny because a lot of, the scary part about everybody is you probably, if you sit down with somebody long enough, you might agree with them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as humans, I think we Venn diagram 80% of everything.
Yeah. So when she's talking about how disgusting it is for Lizzo to be at the Lakers game with her ass out, right? It was like, I remember the landscape of everything, and everybody was like, yo, why does Lizzo, even people that love Lizzo was like, why you got a thong out at a Lakers game? Like, why? Yeah. Like, it's just sanitary reasons it's nasty. Like, forget that his kid's here, but I do want to focus on this. This is the Gavin was right segment. If you go back, I don't know, in the 20s, 30s, audio's bad, video's even worse. I told y'all that Amber Rose slut walk was full of shit. I stated it then, and I told everybody why. I said if Amber Rose gave a damn about women, if she gave a damn about uplifting women, then she would fix the problem that she's telling y'all. What she's telling y'all is the problem. Amber Rose started a slut walk and said, hey, we don't have freedom and liberties. We can't be free, and it's because of men. You know what? And the joke of it all was Amber Rose had a little son who was growing up, who was talking about she was using sometimes as a poster for the slut walk, and she never offered any classes, any workshops, any weekend trips for these little boys who will grow up to be younger boys, who will grow up to be men. She never had her husband there or Wiz Khalifa there, whatever they want to call each other at that time, to say, hey, bring Sebastian here. Let's talk about how young boys can respect little girls, how they can grow into teenagers and understand what consent is and all this. She did none of that. Her thing was, let's all show up in LA with our titties out saying, yo, slut. And that fixed zero. So when it shut down, and she used all these other people, whether it was, the Breakfast Club was in there. Oh, I used to love the Breakfast Club. That's when they was good. That's when Charlamagne and DJ Envy used to ask Angela, like, so what's the purpose of this again? And nobody had an answer.
Well, I appreciate Candace, addressing Amber, but ultimately it doesn't have anything to do with me. So I don't.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke when it came out. What's up with this college married dicks? Oh, it's the videos you sent with the shorty who
to say that she should have got married in college.
Yeah. Shouldn't we all?
I definitely think we should get married younger, but we're not really taught how to prepare ourselves as husbands, and I don't think the women are really taught how to prepare themselves as wives.
Why?
I'll just say for myself, my pops never prepared me for dating out here in just the world in general. Forget this world, right? Forget social media. Mama raised boys that are my age now that are out here simping. Just in general, like, hey, these are the things that you need to look for in a woman. Right. I never really had that conversation with my pop. Now, obviously, you know the basics, right? Like, you don't want to marry a sex worker, right?
Nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? But
you can't marry a sex worker. Not you, in general.
I mean, everybody can do whatever they want, right? But I said as a consensus, there's going to be things.
It's going to cost you though,
to not do.
I wish they didn't kick me out that Reddit.
Oh man! But to go back to what she was saying, she was like, her body was better, her time was better, her debt was lower, and she was saying that her parents, never told her like, hey, this is when you need to settle down.
So I felt for her,
and I think that's a black parent thing because one of my best friends, her neighbor's daughter is like 21 now. So she had sent me her Instagram of her traveling because at 2021 we was going to homecomings, right?
Yeah.
This young lady is in London, Dubai, Paris, right? And one of the things that I told her, I was like, I guarantee she'll be married in 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? She's
absolutely.
21 now.
Absolutely.
She's traveling around the world. And I was like, in her world, she's not going to make it to 35 and be like, oh, I'm still out here single and thotting and biting. I said, I guarantee you in the next 5 years, that young lady who she's white, I said, I guarantee, because in their culture, that's normalized. Like, hey, settle down. And she was like, oh, she's going to med school. Like, you don't think she's going to go to med school? I'm like, that girl won't be no fucking doctor. No. This girl's traveling to freaking Dubai and London on private jets.
Yeah.
She is going to hold on to that I want to be a doctor story until she get that MRS.
Exactly. I told my homegirl, I went to all white Christian school, and I remember I was talking to one of the girls from school, and by the time she was 26, she was married, divorced, had her kid. She was married, had her kid, got a divorce, and was dating somebody else seriously. And I was like, yo, y'all get married so young. And she was like, yeah, she's like, they teach us to marry young. She was like, the flip side of it is you might not be ready.
Yeah, and I think that's a huge thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think that's what the young lady in the video was saying, is that no one really prepares us for marriage. You're like, this is gonna sound wild, right?
Oh,
but like,
I love it. Set us up.
But if you get married young, right, and there's kind of expectation of like, hey, y'all are going to get married young because you want to get these kids out of the way. You're not going to have any debt, right? Like if you marry a woman right now, it's a good chance both of y'all got $100,000 in debt, right? Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying. But if you get married at 22, chances are y'all the most debt you might have is $10,000 all together, right? Mm-hmm. So when someone gives you all the pros of it, and they're like, hey, some of the cons is. Somebody might fuck around in the next 5 years, right? But if you don't have, you know, that baby outside of the marriage, right?
Yeah.
And if nobody gets in your business, there's a chance that you guys will reconcile and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right now, I know that sounds wild and crazy, but I'm throwing it out here because I can't tell you. I literally could not tell you out of all the couples that I know that shit ain't fucking happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but no one discuss it. No one talks about it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm just saying like, yo, no one kind of gives you this ideal of like, look, these are all the pros of getting married young, right? If she makes $38,000 a year and you make $40,000 a year, most of us aren't going to make 70 plus until we're 30 plus, right? But if you knock that out at 23, shit, by the time you hit 30, you could be running up on $500,000 in net worth, $750,000 in net worth. That's how you turn a community around. And like to hear her say that, I'm like, yo, we really aren't preparing young people to understand. It's like, all right, let me settle down when I got my best body, my best brain, the least amount of debt, and just understand that, you know what, a hiccup is not going to be the end of the world.
Absolutely. Ladies, this is the part of the segment where I give y'all something so that y'all can hold on to and ignore. The weather's getting nice. Yesterday in Charlotte, I don't think it got above 60. The day before that, I think it was like 63. But from here on out, it's hot.
Yeah. Spring is here.
Spring is here. Don't take y'all ass to Miami with your homegirls. All right? Sorry. I was about to burp and I didn't want to do that.
Hey, even less so to Fort Lauderdale.
Do not fall for the trick of catching that Spirit flight to Fort Lauderdale. Do not take that American flight to Miami. Please do not do it. Y'all, if you go in a group above 3, you bitches ain't coming back as one.
3 is the limit.
3 is the absolute
limit. And you cannot land in Fort Lauderdale.
Please, listen.
You got to go straight to Miami.
We trying to tell y'all something. Because and let me give it to y'all straight up, man. I hate to do it to y'all, but I'll make it quick. The reason why Miami tricks y'all so much, because y'all go down there broke and y'all know it's men down there willing to pay for any and everything. And what happens is when y'all get down there and y'all fall out, somebody says, yo, you know what? I just leave. And usually time that's the girl who got the money. Or
the finest one.
And after that, you chicks is in that Days Inn struggling. Y'all can't even get the room above the Clevelander.
At the Cleveland,
bro, they be at the one with the white rails on the outside.
Hey, the Clevelander is not cheap.
Shit, you do not stay there if you got money.
No, you don't,
because it's too loud. You never going to sleep.
Too loud.
Like it's one of them things, man.
It was a good time though. I've stayed at the Cleveland before.
I've never stayed there. I went there drunk one time with Mike, and I still got that picture. She was pretty.
Hey,
that's when I used to carry my camera around all the time.
Oh yeah. That's what you was in the beginning.
Yeah, man. That was when my lie used to be, yo, man, I'm in college. I'm a photographer, a grad student. I was lying my ass off. Didn't go to grad school. Definitely became a photographer, but I'm married now. Shout out.
I love Miami. Miami used to be my favorite spot.
I know, you used to take us there, man.
Yeah, it used to be my favorite spot.
We should go back.
Man, if I'm catching a flight to Miami, that is a connection to South America now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It is a connection to South America.
We need to go to Brazil.
We absolutely need to go to Brazil.
I can go. I got my visa. Let me know. Eds haven't been married long enough to go. He gotta stay home.
Yeah, are y'all bringing your wives?
No,
y'all can bring.
What the fuck?
Y'all can bring.
I'm done taking my wife on trips, man. It costs too much.
Oh, whew, ain't that the truth? No. Yeah. We could definitely hit them.
All right, set it up. If y'all want to come, if any of the fellas is a travel agent, hit us up. Not that we need you, but it'd be cool. Nickelodeon. If you haven't watched the Quiet on Set doc about the Nickelodeon kids,
I'm gonna have to check that out today.
Skip it.
Once you told me.
Skip it. If you have not watched, skip this segment because this is a teaser alert, whatever we're supposed to say.
Yeah.
For the last week, they've been teasing this episode, this docu-series. It's 4 episodes. It starts with this guy being approached, Dan Snyder. Nah, that's the nigga who owned the Redskins.
Yeah, let's not mess up names when we're accusing people of,
but his name is,
of documentaries.
His name is Dan something, and it starts with an S. That's the other funny part. Let me tell y'all something. I love when a doc start off with saying, hey, this person lied about their credentials, and that's how they got into position of power. It lets me know this dude went around. He had both his parents went to Harvard. He was the fat kid that never was smart enough. His parents let him do whatever he wanted to, and he found joy in theater.
His name is actually Dan Snyder.
Thank you.
It's spelled differently though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, now it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
So, and so with that, the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because he lied and told everybody he went to Harvard.
His parents went to Harvard?
Yes, this nigga never went to college at all.
Wait, he didn't go to college at all?
I don't think so, bro. And so, but I love to lead with that because at Paramount, they came to this man and said, yo, we want to start a new channel. Nickelodeon is going to be catered to kids. And from episode 1, it just showed you how creepy things would get to. The first thing I will say this, it is in my estimation that they about to figure out a way to get Amanda Bynes out of her situation the same way they got Britney Spears out of hers. I say that to say Amanda Bynes, you know, there's these things that they showed in the episode of her being too close with this guy, you know, them finding Amanda Bynes in the Laugh Factory at a comedy club when she's 8 years old, and he come up to her and say, hey, yo, I want you on Nickelodeon. And that through his career in the Overdrive, right? This is after all that. This is after, you know, he's working with Kenan Thompson, Kale Mitchell, I believe his last name. You know, you got all these people. And one of the girls was on there. She said, yo, the director stopped messing around, like talking to me and dealing with me once I was 16. And she was like, the joke is I introduced him to Amanda Bynes, and Amanda Bynes came out. And, you know, she got her own show. They had even a creepy episode, bro, with Amanda Bynes in a bathing suit. She's like 12. And the director's in the hot tub with her, fully clothed. It's
That's weird.
And even you hit me up because you saw the Ariana Grande. Like,
yeah, I saw the clips that what they had posted with the black kid and Ariana, and I was just like, yo, like who recorded this and was like,
this is gonna work.
Let's record this and put it on television. Like, I didn't grow up on Nickelodeon because for one, we didn't have cable until I was in college. For one,
and you're older.
Yeah, so ESPN was like our first foray into like, you know, cable television. So like Nickelodeon and Disney, I didn't grow up on those. So a lot of the stories that I hear, that's the generation behind me.
Yeah,
but I don't understand why. Like if my son was an actor. There's no way in hell I'd hand my son over to someone and just like, all right, I'm gone, bro. It's no way in hell, bro.
They talked about how they had precautions set in place, right? So no kid could be not accompanied by adult. So what happened is a lot of the kids' parent would stay there on set all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they talked about how parents would get tired. Parents would just be like, what you mean another hour? Okay, cool, whatever. This is their dream. They feeding us. Yeah. Right? And then one of the dudes would be like, one of the dudes who was actually found out later to be a predator. Literally, he was on registry. Dude was collecting all the little girls' panties. He was wilding out. Wait till you see it, bro. It's wild out. They come to find out he will be the fill-in like, hey, I'm their guardian for the next 2 hours so you parents can go do whatever you want.
Ain't no
like
way.
It's so, and he ended up being, you know, he had molested some kids on set, like some kids from Nickelodeon. The thing, I want to talk about this black boy. Bro, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. You're the only one who, nope, the other black girl, her mom was there, but the guy, he's a grown man now. You can still look in him telling his story. You can always tell when somebody's still struggling with something. And he talked about how they would put him in a bodysuit and be like, no, you don't have to wear underwear with this. And, you know, they have him in bodysuits and that's all he's wearing on set. He talked about a time where they had this dude rolling around in peanut butter and they had dogs come in and just lick the peanut butter off of him. And you hear him in the video saying, I'm uncomfortable. Stop. I don't like this. And they kept doing it. That was interesting. The biggest thing is Drake, the guy Drake, not the rapper, from the Drake and I think it's Jeff show. I don't freaking know. Anyway, we should do more research. But
yeah, I'm gonna watch the doc when I get off. I can't find it.
Yeah, Drake Bell, that's his name. It just came to me. But he had his own show and they talked about how, and this is the biggest part I want to focus on. They talked about how him and his dad he would go to school, get out of school at 3. From 3 to 11, his dad would drive him around all LA to auditions. And he said he did an audition one day and Dan Snyder found him and said, yo, I want you to come on the Amanda Bynes show. And he comes on there, he kills it. And his dad started noticing how this guy was always around this kid. And this guy worked with Leonardo DiCaprio when he was a kid. And the dad said something that was creepy as hell. He said, I watched a video when they were showing me what this guy did for Leonardo DiCaprio. And I seen the way he was rubbing his arms and holding Leonardo DiCaprio. And he said, I told them that's the way he touches my son. I don't want him around my son no more. And they showed the video, this guy with Leonardo DiCaprio. And it was like, now that you know what's going on, it's like, damn, nobody ain't find that crazy. And the dad went all the way around. He went to the whole production team. He went to the heads and was like, yo, keep this man away from my kid. And they told him, hey, you're causing too much of a rift. We think you just looking into it. Oh, by the way, the guy is gay. So he couldn't be a child molester because he's gay. They created this dude's fake sexuality to make the dad feel comfortable to have his kid around there, which was a lie, by the way, which I thought was nasty work. When the gays see that in the doc, they gonna tear y'all ass up. But bro, you get to this point, right? The guy, the predator tells Drake Bell, like, yo, get your dad out of here. Like, your dad don't need to be your manager. And so
they telling the only dude that really cares about him to get rid of him.
So you know what he do? He's already divorced. He says, you know what? For my son to continue his dreams, I will allow him to go stay with his mom. I don't want to cause a rift. He said, the dad is on the show and said, I told my ex-wife, I said, do not ever allow this man around our kid if you're not there. What did she do? Yo, Drake, I don't feel like driving to LA the next day. Call homeboy the predator to come pick your ass up and drive you around. And since then, the guy boy talked about it. He said for weeks, it took a couple weeks, but I was just raped for years, basically.
That's
and I bring up all 3 of these stories. Amanda Bynes' dad was there. Dan Snyder, when Amanda Bynes was 16, petitioned the court to let her be, what's the word? Emancipated. And it failed because Dan Snyder had sexual assault and sexual harassment charges pending on him because he was a fucking creep, right? The young black boy who they gave him a rap name called Lil Fetus. His mom went, you got to see it. I'm gonna spoil it, but his dad was nowhere to be found. Drake Bell, they made sure they got his dad at the picture. I looked at my wife and I go, yo, is nobody paying attention how they got rid of all the dads and none of the other castmates. The reason I ain't mention them, their dads are never in the picture. I thought that was just mind blowing.
Well, I mean, at some point we'd have to acknowledge the validity of fathers, like what fathers provide that cannot be measured for us to actually take, them taking fathers out of the picture, right? Mm-hmm. Like if the fact that we know that, like, okay, it's way easier to exploit when a father's not around, then we'd have to acknowledge that. Well, that means that when fathers are around, they're providing something that's, intangible.
Yeah.
And that's not really something that we give fathers right now. But, to these young people's, demise, right? Like taking their fathers out of the picture, exploiting them. How many times you've heard guys be like, yo, when they split up with their girl, they just like, yo, don't bring other dudes around my kids, right? Mm-hmm. Just that statement alone, right? Hey, I'm not telling you what to do, right? Mm-hmm. I'm telling you what to do with our child. And how often is that ignored, right? Bro. How often is it ignored that, like, I'm going to do what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be selfish. What I want is more important than the potential safety hazard of a stranger being around. So, I mean, it's again, if society's not going to take it serious, then it falls on men to make sure that they only deal with women who are serious.
Absolutely, bruh. It's
And that's not be blaming women for anything. It's just, it's not, we see, right? I'm gonna go watch this doc this afternoon, and
Do it.
you know, we see what happens when you don't have that person that's around that could just provide protection.
Absolutely. And it's crazy. It's crazy. That, like, the whole network of that whole Nickelodeon thing was crazy. Dan Snyder, let me put it like this. He hired a bunch of men, right? He goes to these two women. He says, I want y'all, he goes to them separately. I want y'all to write a show called All That on Nickelodeon. Girls is Happy, right? Because All That is basically SNL for kids.
Yeah.
They get excited. He goes out, he hires all these men, gives them salaries. He brings the two women together and say, y'all got to split the salary. So these two women are splitting one salary, dog. So he got two women writers, and it wasn't until one of the chicks called her union rep and was like, years later, and was like, yo, why do I still have to split a salary? And they was like, that is illegal as hell. And she settled. And you know, it was crazy hearing her talk about how she struggles with settling now because NDAs are filed. And you know what happens after that. I want to welcome everybody to the Ask a Dad segment. By the way, no church announcements today for everybody. I was going to bring up about Kanye and about how he sat down with Big Boy and he said him and God ain't seeing eye to eye. And he's upset with God because when he needed God the most, he wasn't there. Now,
is that what your boy said?
That's what my boy said. This is why, never mind. This is the ignorance, not even ignorance. What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, it would be ignorance because that's the lack of knowledge.
But it's like the arrogance of you getting on a broadcast and saying me and God ain't seeing eye to eye, so we ain't cool right now is wild.
Well, I mean, but we already know if it's anything Kanye doesn't lack, it's confidence, right,
bro?
But it is irrational confidence that it really takes to be super, super successful, right? You got to believe that,
facts.
I'm going to do something that is impossible. And then once you do it, you know, of course it's easy to get there and say, yo, this was all me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just what Kanye, you know, is. I think he's suffering from a lot of, you know, his super success of everything that he touches, you know, seemingly gets better. So, you know, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to use Kanye's word, right? To humble Kanye, right? What does Kanye say? The word humble itself has, you know, like 90%, you know, of it is negative connotations. So, you know, so I don't think Kanye has the ability to look at himself and like see, you know, the grill is stupid. The sweatsuit in the summertime is stupid. Having your wife, you know, being half naked or objectified.
Bro, she wore pants that came below her ass crack.
Yeah, you know, while it might be,
what are we doing? It
might be a statement here. It might be art, but whatever it is, though, right? Like, you can only exist. Like, Kanye is creating his own prison because he can only exist with this level of weirdness in LA, you know, in private resorts, right? Like the world is no longer his oyster, right? His world now is being limited to just places that he could be ridiculous in, right? So while he might not be understanding that, like, yo, a lot of, you know, humbling yourself provides access to greater, he's been successful in everything that he do. So he sees himself as being on par with, you know, a fucking divinity of some sort,
bro. And to think that, shout out to you fake Christians, that's all. Y'all, and look, now that we here, before we get to the Ask the Dad segment, y'all gotta stop taking everything we say so literal.
Oh, come on, man. It's the internet. They're gonna do that. Because they got to find something to complain about. I don't even care if you take it literal. Just don't say something that I didn't say. Y'all, so now that's what they're bad at, right? I could be like, yo, I freaking hate green apples. And then the conversation is why you hate apple pie. And it's like, that's not the conversation.
Bro, for them to go on deep dives on why we don't go to church is amazing.
Yeah, it's quite hilarious. But I mean, again, it's a clip, and they want to be upset about something.
Yeah,
so
and y'all that got online and really defended Mike Todd, that is hilarious.
That was wild.
That was amazing to watch because I was like, wait a minute, y'all really like him. And Joe Budden, I'm gonna let you know this, dog. We got the passes, bro. We know you watch. We know you listen. We know, you know what I'm saying? Because it's reciprocated. I'm definitely going your shit and steal, but, it's cool. Ask a Dad segment brought to you by No Grease Barbershop. The whole episode is, y'all know what's up, man. You heard the tag at the beginning of the show.
Yep, No Grease Premium.
Absolutely.
Northlake Mall.
I went to Northlake. Shout out to Northlake. They took care of me, man. They and the music was good. Sis says, my boyfriend of 3 years just lost his job last month. It's okay. I've been there, which has been a significant challenge for him. He approached me 2 weeks ago and asked if I could help him pay his mortgage, but I told him no. Last week, he presented to me a spreadsheet detailing everything he had done for me during our relationship, totaling over $20,000 in value. He then broke up with me 3 years down the drain. You needed a comma, sis. Oh, you did. Oh, never mind. You put a period. My fault. He then broke up with me, period. 3 years down the drain. Despite feeling guilty, he never asked for anything. I still feel that was truly my man. I still feel that if he was truly my man, then he should have said something and offered something as well. I can't believe this man broke up with me because I told him no. He found a way to pay. He found a way to pay it. I don't know what she means. I don't think I was wrong because he's supposed to lead, not me. Plus, I don't live with him. If I was living with him, I would have did it then. See my point? Thoughts? Question mark.
All right. So this reminds me, it's another clip that's going around where it's like the guy saying that he makes 180, she makes 40.
Absolutely.
And he was like, what should her split be? So, okay, here's the thing. If you've been dating for 3 years and your significant other, asks you to come through, you either got it or you don't.
You either got it or you do not.
Yeah. So if you don't have it, I don't think that's reason to break up. If you do have it and it's from a place of abundance, I don't think there's anything wrong with like coming through in the clutch for somebody.
Facts.
Now, I will say this: the huge difference between men and women, right? If a man has $100 and his woman is like, "Hey, I need 100," he'll be like, "Babe, I can't give you 100," but he'll be like, "Yo, I could give you half. I could do 50," right? With women, if she has $100 and you be like, "Babe, I need $100," she gonna tell you she ain't got no money. She's just gonna be like, "I ain't got no money." All right. So that's just the truth right there. So I don't know how much he asked her for.
Shout out to my wife.
Yeah.
She'll give me 100 though.
Yeah, because she probably got 1100, right? Like they only give from abundance. And look, I don't blame women for that. I understand the nature of women to be they have to be more hoarders of resources because men can go out and get it, right? Even if it's the wrong way to get it. Men can go get it. Women don't really have that ability. So so they do have to be more careful with their resources. With that being said, this man has spent $20,000 on you in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, that was what, $7,000 a year? That's like $5,000. I mean, $500 a month. That's a decent dating worth in a relationship. So if someone can really give that much to you, and when they need you, you know what I'm saying, for you to just be like, nah, you supposed to be the leader, you got it. That's really selfish of her, and it's good for him to find that out now and to get out now.
I hear all that. Fuck that. Sis, he did you a favor. I'm gonna tell you why he did you a favor. If a man come to you with a spreadsheet in a few days, he got that much time on his hand to say, "Yo, I want to prove you I spent $20,000." Yo, you got to get out there. I understand everything Mike said, and that might be right.
Hey, cool. Man, he might be a data analyst, man. Them jobs are hard to come by after remote work with, man. He could have put that spreadsheet up. Man, you put it out of your debit account, man. If he's swiping his card, he can grab all that information right there, throw it into a sheet, bro.
Yo, man,
he would have had that information in no time, man.
Stop dating people who like to keep score.
That is true, though. That part is true.
That's the scary part about all this. Now,
he's definitely keeping score, and I think low key she is.
Oh, fact.
They both selfish.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think y'all did a favor. However, I don't know. Maybe this is just me. How long it took us to move in together? It took us a minute. 3 years, and y'all got 2 mortgages. Am I missing something? I mean, is it too soon?
Well, it's at least 2 rents or 2 mortgages. They don't live together. But here's the thing, though. I mean,
is it too soon to say like, y'all should have been living together? Or
nah, I mean, I don't think so. It doesn't, because I don't think people really get in real relationships anymore. And I talk about real relationships, right? We talked about it at the beginning of the pod, like, getting married and sometimes understanding that those mistakes going to happen. Every relationship that I see now, including relationships that I wouldn't even call them relationships, situationships that I've had. Like the moment it gets rough a little bit, one party is looking to bail, and the other party is trying to beat the other party to bailing. Yeah. Nobody really have real relationships anymore, man. I think that's even why marriage is even more important, is because I think that's us saying like, all right, we're willing to go through something together, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And now look, that doesn't mean you're going to stay in the fucking storm, but it does mean if a storm comes up, I'm not bailing. Yeah. Right? I'm not bailing. And I think to date for 3 years and y'all really haven't moved forward, I think she liked the convenience of having a man that's taking her out.
$500 a month, that's a stipend.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I think he liked the convenience of having, consistent kitty.
Sex. Oh.
Yeah.
Anal. 100. Come on, man. Come on. Do they get pleasure out of it or not?
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, if you riding in the car with your wife or your girl,
I've heard women say they do. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't. I like to trust women for what they say.
Oh, okay. Nigga just lying on the pod today. I see how it's going down. If you make 180, your girl makes 40. Rent is $3K. Should y'all split it? No.
Because chances are you asking her to move in with you, right?
Absolutely.
And if you're asking a woman to move in with you, man, you're not asking her to move in to split the rent. Like, come on, man. Like that was stupid. Again, selfish. Very, 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 very selfish.
Absolutely.
Now, with that being said, though, like, yo, you grabbing the groceries. You're doing something.
Oh, you're doing a lot. Utilities, groceries. When we go on trips. All right, got this plenty.
But I need you to save your money though, because chances are I'm moving you in for us to either get a house or for us to pay for a wedding.
Facts.
Right? It's something that we're doing. So it's like, yo, I'm not moving you in for, me to have 20 Amazon packages at my door every day.
And tell her in a year she need to be making 6 figures.
There you go.
Give her a timeline.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But y'all, come on, man. Do not move your woman into your place and be like, yo, I need you to split this rent.
Can we go 50-50?
And I'm not anti-50-50, but it's like, yo, if you make 180, she make 40. I mean, to be honest, y'all get married and have a kid, she gonna have to sit home anyway.
Yeah, she gonna have to quit her job.
Yeah, she gonna have to quit her job because that's what daycare is going to run you.
Yeah, bro. I did the math yesterday, and I go to, shout out to my daycare. I love it. It's home. I did the math, bro. By the time Ro goes to school, I would have spent like $70,000 in daycare.
Oh, fees. Lord.
Mike. I think currently I owe a little bit more than that on my home.
That is insane.
I want y'all to think about that.
Yeah, dude. Look, it's a reason why we tell y'all do not have babies out of wedlock, man. So it's a reason.
They don't listen.
It's a reason, man. We not hating. We're not hating. Like, bruh, save that, bruh. Woo.
Look, I don't know the reason, the time, or the place. I don't know why. I don't know the benefit of a man having a baby out of wedlock. If you got one, please tell me, because I'm telling you right now.
There is no benefit. That if he has one, he was in the sauce for too long. That's all. He was just in the sauce for too long.
Speaking of being in the sauce for too long, Bruno Mars, get up from the damn table. We know you got your AirPods in right now. Get up.
Hey, Bruno, if you play a poker, man, hey, I need this pod to hit so I can go sit at the poker table with you. Because my goodness, bro. $50 million in debt.
The joke is
allegedly.
The joke is I told Mike and his brother this off mic last year.
Yeah.
Because when I went to Vegas, because my wife used to work for Live Nation. This is not a secret, by the way. People, and let me tell you how I know it's not a secret. So much so that MGM is owned by Live Nation. They do their events through them. And everybody knows what's going on over there. Everybody knows that he's in debt. Everybody, look, when a guy is doing a show and you don't see not one, Usher did one little hunch move with Kiki, and we saw that for the rest of the year. Bruno, you ain't seen a video clip from his show. That's because he's going to be running that same show for the next decade. All right.
Yeah. Hey, what they say, Bruno? We got good news and bad news.
Got good news and bad news.
The good news is you're going to always have a job.
And look, I wonder how much coke he doing in
the bad news is you're going to always have a job.
Look, man. You think the coke in Vegas is good?
I I don't do coke, man.
Me either.
I've never done coke. Not really my thing. I'm not a drug person, man. My vice was the ladies.
Ho.
My vice was the ladies, man.
What a hoe.
Not drugs, man. Not drugs. That was my drug.
Mike was a hoe.
I was not a hoe, man. I was young. Frontal lobe wasn't fully developed.
See, that's why y'all brought me, because it kept y'all out of trouble. Loving Love is Blind update. I love this update. Please keep running that clip up on YouTube. Y'all look at us dropping that shit right before the reunion too.
Yeah, man. That was slick. That was slick.
So one of Clay's best friends, I can't say that I confirmed or denied this is his best friend, but let me just say
we are reading a comment.
Shout out to my man Headband Shotty. You know what I'm saying?
This is all allegedly.
Well, this is directly from Headband Shotty. I may or may not have DM'd him and say, yo, you want to come on the pod and explain yourself.
Oh.
And I might not, may or may not have reached out to a couple of his homeboys like, yo, tell this nigga I said this. But anyway, he says, hey, I'm Clay's best friend. We're both living in, we've both been living out of Charlotte for some years now. AD finances are in fact funny. She got a sugar daddy that is funding her life. Bought her a car and an apartment. She ain't no realtor. Asked her to show us one house she sold or a picture she took with somebody in front of her damn house that said just sold. Then I'll wait. Then they never. Oh my gosh, man, y'all. Headband, I want you to come on, so don't take this out of context. But you got to proofread, my man.
He was trying to get it out, bro.
He was hot because this sentence makes no sense.
He was trying to get it out.
But he said, never do a press run on a lie on a dude that has said nothing but kind, respectful things about her is nasty work. Then he followed up. November 2023, around her birthday, her sugar daddy confronted Clay and I outside of a club, stating that he was still involved and that the entire time, and he told Clay to stop messing with her. Now, couple of things. This got 6 million views, by the way.
This is a little messy.
A lot of messy. Y'all know what I'm here for. I love a good little mess. Let me tell y'all something.
Love a mess.
I told y'all on last episode, her money was funny. When he got up there and said, hey, her finances not adding up, that either means she makes no money. I hate to do it. It's only like 7 realtors in Charlotte making money. Sorry. Born and raised here. Took a picture of a bunch of them. Love them all. But it's only about 7 of y'all who getting some money.
I got a former homegirl that turned it around. She has her own thing. She's doing
6 left. Who's the 6? Please tag the 6 below. So when Sis said that she was a realtor, when women do the after they say some shit, they is lying.
It's some BS.
It's some BS.
So she's not a realtor.
I don't know if she's a realtor, but I don't know.
Are you saying it right? Is it realtor or realtor?
I didn't go to school for English.
All right. Yeah,
and I can't read. And my wife said my grammar is ass. She led with that. She said, do not teach our kid how to speak.
Download Grammarly, man. That'll help you with your writing.
Yeah, especially for a 2-year-old. But I put it like this. That is something. And Mike hinted at it. He didn't see it. But I told Mike, I said, yo, AD left in a nice little drop top Phantom. Mike said, that ain't hers. Yeah. She got that.
Yeah, man. I again, I knew quite a few ladies back in the day. I know how stuff gets paid for. I know how things get paid for. And it wasn't me because while I was a trick, I was not the king trick. There's some king tricks out here,
especially in Charlotte, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
But it goes back to the question of, when we say disconnect what I'm about to say from everything we just said. All right, I don't want y'all to put those two things together.
Oh wow.
But we had a conversation when we like, yo, it's hard to marry a sex worker, right? Part of that reason is it's hard for them to get out of that mindset of being able to hustle up for money, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to get out of that mindset. It's the same thing like you in the streets and you move into the real world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for Dame to let that shit go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To move into the business world. Because while in essence it's the same, it's 2 different processes. And it's the same thing when you dealing with a hustling, chick, man. Like, while it's the same, it's 2 different processes.
It's funny. Me and Karina was talking about last night, and we was talking about 2 girls that we know because both of them hot girls. One is trying to lead a hot girl ways behind her. The other girl, she looks younger, so she got a good 15 more years in her. And they not friends anymore. And my wife was like, I so bad wanted to tell the one chick, like, this is why y'all not friends. And I said, because your homegirl goes to the highest bidder. She backstabbed her and slept with a dude who was interested in her. And I was like, well, yo, homeboy, he knows what's up. If you got two hot girls in front of you, one of them has a number that can be met quicker than the other.
Yeah.
And so once I figured that out, then it's like, yo, because both of y'all fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that you're here for a check. And, you know, I ain't saying that's what AD is here for. I just found it interesting that homeboy is in the DMs complaining about this.
Well, yeah, that's what he posted. So
yeah. And yeah, well, I could have told him that.
And again, it's hard, like, you know, if a woman is coming from that lifestyle, it's kind of hard to take that woman seriously.
Absolutely.
It really is.
Sports topics. This is when all the ladies leave, but don't, because we're going to be talking about Ray J in 5 minutes. PodWARS, LeBron James and JJ Redick versus Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner. Who you listening to?
On YouTube, LeBron and JJ.
Okay. For shits and giggles.
On radio, Lamar and Caitlyn.
I'm interested.
I want to see how good Lamar and Caitlyn's gonna be. Like, look, I am terrible with pods, and so their little secret on me is I listen to way more women pods than I do male pods.
Interesting.
Like I really, because like women, they can say whatever they want to say, so it kind of gives me an idea of how far we can go on our pods. So I probably listen to like 3 or 4 of the ladies' pods every week, and like with the guys' pods, man, like I might get through like half of 2.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely. I ain't gonna lie to you, JJ and LeBron, I might listen to a little bit. Lamar,
I watch it on YouTube. You know, because you know on YouTube they're gonna have all the graphics and like
it's gonna look good.
Yeah. That I'll probably definitely do. I want to see how healthy Lamar brain is, and I want to see if Caitlyn pays attention to sports still. I mean, she's still an Olympian. Yeah.
The thing about them is, I already know y'all gonna get 1 million views without me. LeBron and JJ, y'all will too. I probably look for the aesthetic, but I heard them explaining the backdoor cut on a video, and I was so lost. And I love basketball, but I couldn't do it no more. Jalen Green, it looks like appears to have a Drea's name tatted on him. Slow down, young man.
To be fair to Jalen, y'all know I'm a shoot bail. He has like 1,000 tats on him. So.
Absolutely. So getting a chick name.
Yeah, getting a chick name probably doesn't mean as much to him as if I got Drea name tatted on my stomach.
Yeah.
That would be like super important.
Yeah, that was tough.
Hey, but big ups to him for, sticking in there with the mother of his child though.
You better. What?
Big ups to him though.
You gotta put Dre on payroll.
Yeah, young man.
NCAA, do we really care about the men's basketball tournament?
For gambling reasons only.
Cause this, I don't give a damn.
It's only about gambling. Like I'm about to set my bracket. I'm be throwing some bets on during the day. But yeah, basketball wise,
bro,
we don't care.
And I want y'all to notice I said the men.
Yeah.
Cause men gonna watch the women's basketball tournament. We gonna start tuning in around the Final 8. Cause the Final 4 on is gonna be lit.
The Final 4 is when I'll start tuning in with the ladies. Y'all not getting me from the field of 64, excuse me.
The men ain't getting me into the championship game.
I'm
gonna look out to make sure.
I'll be tuning in tomorrow because I haven't really paid attention.
Look,
like I started paying attention during like all the tournaments. Because to your point, men's college basketball, who is good? Who is the star? Who is the stud? Like, I mean, I'm sick of the NBA. A dude averaging 9 points being a lottery pick. Like, I'm like, I don't care, bro. I was like,
y'all hit me up when it get good. Gilbert Arenas and Saucy Santana. This is the funniest beef ever. However, if I'm Saucy Santana, I get it. You kikiing and ha-haing about me with your homeboy and your homeboy trying to act like he don't know who I am. I might got something to say.
Yeah, I can see that being annoying.
Yeah, but it's two men fighting. Now, if y'all want to get to the community things, hit up Daryl or Trey. Hollywood T or Daryl Dash. Hit them up. They will explain they will explain the way y'all want us to explain.
I'm not touching that.
This baby mama epidemic is hilarious. What's the sister name? She has a baby by Future, a baby by Bow Wow.
Oh, Joey Chavis?
And she just got Trayvon Diggs.
Hey, man, Trayvon already got 3 baby mamas at age 25, or this is his 3rd baby mama.
This is second. I thought he only got 2. He got Yasmin, and that's it.
Okay, I might be wrong with that. Allegedly, so I don't know. Anyway, more than 0 is too many,
bro.
When you're a millionaire male, all right, more than 0. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to go out here and I do think, again, back in the day, these women used to be called gold diggers, right? But because everybody wants to live this lifestyle now, we don't really use that term anymore. Nah. But Joey Chave is having a baby by Future. Well, Bow Wow first. Future.
Shout out Free Band.
Yo, and now Diggs. I don't understand these guys, man. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, these women they're sweet. They know the game. They know what to say. They know how to cater to you. But only thing you got to do, if you're a high output man, you just got to create where only high input can come in.
And then Trayvon's other baby mama got a baby by Christian Woods, which is hilarious in itself.
I don't want a bunch of I don't want dudes I know at my kids' birthday parties, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do not want a celebrity birthday party, man.
Think about that. She probably can get all three of her kids. I mean, all three of her baby daddies to take a picture together.
Yeah, like, I mean, I really
might not want.
I don't want to hang out with all the dudes that used to boink my girl, man. Like,
none of these is his girl. I don't think Trayvon, is his girl. I do find it funny that,
but it has to be a girl if you're shooting up the club. Has to be your girl.
When did that ever stop?
It has to, like,
you started doing that. What?
Had to be somewhere in the top 5 of the rotation. Has to be.
That don't make her your girl, though. You share that girl. That ain't your girl. You share that girl.
Man, I don't understand these young guys. Right
well,
now, man.
Mike, you have been there. You've met athletes.
Yeah, I have met athletes. We've talked to the same people.
They not that cool.
Okay, that's true.
They are actually like. Let me tell y'all something. Let me fix my mic because I want this to be clear. I have worked in hotels for years. I've seen tons of athletes. I've had conversations with them. I've seen them interact with women who are strictly there to get pregnant. These niggas got zero game. It's rare when you come across somebody that's charismatic. Like, when you see, you be like, damn, why the same 5 athletes in the commercials? Well, first of all, 90% of these niggas can't read. The other part of them, they not really that funny. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, we look and it's like, who's professional? So when we get there, I'm looking at it and it's like, bro, half these dudes, they get up there, they drunk, Bruh, they can't really do drugs.
It's way too many
and these girls
successful, beautiful women. And when I say successful, I'm not even talking about like boss bitch brunch, right? I'm talking about like regular, like beautiful women that are just kind and sweet and successful. For me to be like, yo, let me go over here and smash, Gal's baby mama from college. Ain't no way, man.
You're right.
It ain't no way. Like, I'm good on that.
But in these spaces, man,
if I saw a dude I knew and he dated a chick that I dated and I had a kid with and he had a kid with her, I'd be looking at him crazy. I'd be like, bruh.
She might have put the whopper on her.
It's always a whopper. That's how you got me.
That's what we call ass in our house.
Yeah, like
I gotta stop giving y'all too much.
It's always that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like it. Look, the friction and the viscosity is what gets me there. That is not what keeps me there.
Hey man, what's going on with these guys, man? They lame. They just got a bunch of money. All right, here go my favorite guy on the internet. This is my favorite person of all time.
What's going on? What you want, princess?
It's hot in here, huh?
Yeah,
you take your coat off. You take your coat off, you probably.
It's kind of hot. Yeah,
that's what Mike be saying. It's hot in here.
All right. What's really going on with that? I mean, for the 4th time. I mean, it's been a conversation for a while. Yeah. Okay, and he's
taking his overall right now. Oh, he put his earring back in.
We trying to figure it out.
We seen things unfold on TV.
This from the beginning. Like, y'all been through a lot together.
I just think that sometimes you reach a peak and.
You said this before.
Yeah, and I'm saying everyone is that next peak. Because sometimes when you break up, that one is where you just like depressed about it and you like can't think about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And then the next one, it gets easier and then it starts to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess happiness is important. You know what I'm saying? But
no shit. Ray J said it's easier to break up once y'all keep breaking up. It's easier to walk away.
So is he going through a divorce right now?
When is Ray J not going through a divorce? I think Ray J's been trying to get divorced for like the last decade, to be honest with you. Dead ass.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, something that he said, I don't know if we played in that clip, but he did say, you stick around for the kids. And,
okay. No, we ain't get that far.
Yeah. And I do agree if it's manageable, you stick around for the kid, because as we went through the Nickelodeon doc, like this is the emotional labor that men carry when you not there for your kids. And I think that's something that men are better at, right? Like we'll look at our children's success and be like, all right, that makes us happy, right? Or our children's safety, that makes us happy, even if our significant other is not. And I think when it comes to the ladies, because Jess, who she tells you all the time, she cheats all the time, right? She's like, pregnant. No, her happiness is paramount. Charlamagne has done some questionable stuff. I can't say too much because we're trying to get on Black Effect or Volume, so I can't go too deep on this dude. But he also said, okay, his happiness is paramount.
Oh, you want to talk about Envy and his decision making? Hey, Envy, turn them comments off. They tearing his ass up because he's supposed to be talking about relationships with his wife at Howard.
Yeah, he was like 2 years ago in that crazy ass story, right? Where she was like, she hadn't even orgasm. Like, you just threw this man all the way up under the bus. So my point is, Ray J should be the one that you would think makes the least amount of sense. And in that clip, he makes the most sense of, hey, if I have to endure for the sake of my kids, and everybody like to be like, well, if you're there and the situation is toxic, the kids see, and then that's gonna fuck the kids up. I assure you, it won't fuck the kids up more than living in abject poverty. It won't fuck the kids up more than being abused by a stranger. It won't fuck the kids up more by being in a terse situation because mama's tired every day. All right. All those things are worse than being in a home where mom and dad may or may not love each other. And I think this goes back to like the first clip that we had. Well, not the clip, but we talked about, being married young. Sometime in marriage, you just got to figure out, hey, respect me enough to where you don't do something that I have to leave. But if you do something that makes me want to leave, I'll stay. I don't know if that makes any sense, right? But there's certain things you can do that I have to leave, right?
Sounded good though.
Yeah, like it's certain things. It's like, this level of disrespect, I have to go. Yeah, right. But there's gonna be things that you're gonna do that I might want to not fuck with you no more. But I'm like, you know what though?
We can work it.
I can deal with that, right? Yeah. Like, it's gonna be about 6-8 months of me looking at you crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? but we'll get through that. And I think that's the point Ray J was making. And shame on everybody else in that panel for saying that their happiness means more than anything else in the world. And I know it's gonna sound wild to some of y'all selfish people, but your happiness is not the most important thing in the world, right?
And if you like that, don't have kids.
Yeah, you don't have kids, exactly. Because kids are gonna constantly do things that are not gonna make you happy, right? They're gonna break stuff, they're gonna drop stuff, they're gonna color over stuff. You can't find remotes.
Bro, this little boy walked up to me. He said, "Look," I look up. This boy had a fastball hit me smack in the face, bro. Bro, because he got an arm. If anybody see my kid, he has an arm. Yeah. But it was the look, and then I wanted to punt his ass to the neighbor house. Yeah.
So it's like, when you have kids, man, that providing that level of protection and cover over the kid is not going to feel good every day. Nah. Kids are worthless. I'm like, kids do not contribute anything, bro. Only thing they do is take. That's all they do, right? And you can't get enough of them. Yeah. So it's already an irrational emotion. So if you think that happiness is going to be what is the most generated, like when I see people on TikTok and they're complaining, they're just like, "This is so sad. This is so." What did you think a kid was going to be like? Have you never had a puppy before? Nah. Puppies are cute for like 3 days. 3 days. Then after that, they're chewing everything up. They're shitting on everything. You gotta freaking train them. It's like, it becomes work.
We saw that. I think I sent you the clip. You said you got to marry you a millionaire. I want to give y'all the number. They said if you thinking about starting a family, 2 kids.
Oh yeah. What was that? 3.5?
It is $3,455,000 and $305. So 3.4, almost $3.5 million. That's what the estimated lifetime cost, including a marriage, 2 children, a home, healthcare, cars, and education.
Hey, y'all talk about y'all not going 50-50. So who's coming up with the $3.5 million?
Bro, exactly.
And that's why I don't get you guys who got the money that be out here doing this dumb shit. Because y'all actually have the money and then you're choosing to create these
broken homes, just costing us more. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please do not drive 8 hours for a first date. Did you put that even in here?
You know what? What do you got to talk about today? Because once I went to his page, I was like, I don't know if he's doing skits or if he's just this terrible of a simp. But yeah, first date. Do not drive 8 hours to a first date.
What's the farthest you ever drove for some ass?
I don't know, but probably the distance between I would say like to Greenville, but not from Greenville to Atlanta, but I don't think I would have drove that far. I think the furthest I ever drove was probably like hour and a half. No, I'm lying. I just thought of one.
Thank you. Tell the truth.
Yeah. I just thought of one. I was in Charlotte and I drove to like Lexington.
Oh, that's whack. I didn't drove to Atlanta. I don't even think I smashed.
What?
Yeah, bro. That's when I was a lame. You know it's bad when you get back home and then your girl, who's now your wife now, was like, bro, you didn't even smash? What a loser.
Oh, yeah. She like sympathy marriage. You like, boy, bring your ass in the house. you don't belong out here. Get your ass in the house.
I was coming back to work. They was like, oh, how was your trip? I was like, man, it was cool.
I'm not driving 8 hours for a date, though. First off, anything over 4 hours is a flight.
Yeah.
Period point. Unless you're going to Atlanta.
Unless.
But outside of that, anything like, you can't even get me to drive to D.C. Like, I am flying. I'm not driving up there in that traffic. So I don't know.
45-minute flight.
And here's the thing. I also think that
I'm gonna show you something.
I think dude is a super lame because he had another one where it's almost like he just goes on dates to get rejected, and then he does that stupid voice, and I'm like, yo, if you're doing that, yeah, you never getting laid, bro.
Never.
You're never getting laid.
This is something that was on Twitter yesterday. I think they should start doing this with everybody's like so it's the Spotify wrapped up, but it's all the porn you've watched. This dude did. So he did.
Wait, so how does Spotify get access to your porn?
Nah, I don't know if he created it or not.
They just created it?
I'm saying that they should. This dude, just to give y'all, I don't
have any favorite porn star, and I'm not telling y'all what sections I be looking at.
His top videos was Ebony Nurses Get, Cum Shots 2017 Part 5, Stepsister Stuck In. I have seen those videos. Them shits is hilarious.
Stepsister Stuck In.
Don't worry about it. Twink Pool Boy is Vintage Eighth. I don't even know. His favorite genre was thick. He watched 33,000 minutes, which is too much.
That is too much. Porn should be like a 15-minute a day thing when you're horny.
No. I don't believe in watching any porn under 17 minutes.
That should like a 15-minute thing, man.
And your and it got to be 1080p.
Actually, I can tell you exactly what my porn would be. It's my shit.
Boo.
It's my shit. I be going through my old clips, man. Like, yo,
oh my gosh,
it be my shit.
I need to introduce you to somebody. Ben knows who.
Wait, it's not my shit by myself, bro.
No.
That's not my shit. Like,
you and Ryan remind me and Ben, we swear y'all to the same person. And y'all come from
out with y'all.
And y'all both come from small towns. So
small town. It goes down in small town. Hey, Hey, make sure they come out next Thursday. Not this Thursday.
Not this Thursday.
Because I'm on dad duty this week. But next Thursday.
If I ain't had class, I was like, we need to get the boys together, go out to dinner. I'll make you pay.
She can't make me pay yet. They gotta wait on this. Pod gotta get the numbers up.
Yeah, y'all go stream this shit and watch the ads in our videos so we actually get the money.
Exactly, yeah. Don't fast forward. Play the shit in the background. For real. Play it twice.
And with that, we'll holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.